to Wrap It Up. I'm your host, Jamal Radio Raheem Harris. Now, for those who are new to this, Wrap It Up is a show where I talk about music topics from top 10 lists to album reviews to just who's the best rapper, random topics. As long as it's music related, I'm going to talk about it. Now, in this episode, I'm doing a review of DJ Khaled's album, Khaled Khaled. So we're going to get into that. But before we get into that, I'm just going to say we're going to have a whole bunch of short episodes. I'm gonna try to do more episodes because I'm in the mood to record a whole bunch. You're always gonna get an episode on Thursday, but there's gonna be some times when you get episodes on Tuesday, you get episodes on Saturday, Sunday. You might, there's gonna be weeks where you get 3 episodes, weeks where you get 2 episodes, and some where you just get one. But you will always get one on Thursday. Without further ado, though, let's get into this review. Now I'm gonna go track by track, and then I'm gonna give my overall critique of it, my favorite song, my rating, production, re-listenability, all that stuff. So, first song with Lil Wayne and Jeremiah, "Thankful." I thought the song was solid. I didn't really need Lil Wayne on this song. Not that he was a bad addition. I think Jeremiah was doing a thing. It was like a great opening intro. Auto 2 Lil Wayne's back, and that I remind me of Lollipop, so I'm a huge fan of that. But it's a solid track, I was like, okay, we starting off solid for DJ Khaled, because that last album that he got disappointed me a whole lot. So second song, just fire. Lil Durk, Lil Baby. This is what they're doing, what they do the best on that song. The type of beat that they were re-rhyming on. Both of Lil Baby's verses of fire, Lil Durk's verses fire. Like, I was like, okay, this album is starting off solid. You know what I'm saying? Everything about that song is fire. Those two just need to go ahead and give us that collab album. We need it. We waiting on it. The streets is waiting. But then from there, the album just tanks in my opinion. The Big Paper song with Cardi B, it sounded like a song that didn't make her album. The production wasn't really the greatest in my opinion. The production low-key halted the song. Like it just wasn't there. It sounded like a throwaway. It sounded like a song that Cardi was like, all right, this ain't make my album, you can have it. A song with her, not the next song, just disappointed me so much. I never thought that I would hear a bad song with her. And this is that. Her and Migos, like that, whoever said they should go together needs to be stumped in their chest. Her and Migos on the song does not need to happen. Something I never wanted, something I'm sure a lot of people didn't want. That song is just straight ass. Like, it's not good. And then like the Shorty Low sample on there, it's just like, what? Who asked for that? Nobody asked for that. And I know it's probably Shorty Low probably sampled somebody else, but I know the Shorty Low song. Um, the next song with Megan Thee Stallion, Post Malone, The Baby, Lil Baby, too busy, too much. I don't know what they were trying to go for a song. Like, I think his recipe of being the bigger artist is not something that always works. And this was when it didn't work. He just put a whole bunch of artists who are the biggest and like make it happen, and it didn't happen. The song 21 Savage and Justin Bieber. Again, who told you to put these artist combinations together? That song is just ass cheek. Nobody wanted that. Like, whoever put this together needs to be throat punched. And if it was DJ Khaled, he needs to be throat punched. Like, somebody should throat punch him. Somebody in his group needs to tell him, like, yo, this ain't it. This ain't it. Like, somebody needs to tell him that, because that wasn't it. You know. The song with Bryson Tiller, really disappointed me. Like, when I first saw the track list, I thought that was gonna be the song. I was like, this is gonna be it. I was banking on this. I was like, I was banking on it. And honestly, he disappointed, and he was supposed to carry that track. So it just disappointed me so much hearing that song. Bryson Tiller, that was the terrible effort. Pop Star, the next song with Drake, I'm surprised Pop Star made the album, to be honest. I'm surprised Pop Star and the Grease song made the album, because those songs came out, it felt like a year ago. you know. So like I'm surprised Popstar made the album, but it was solid for a single, you know. It wasn't like the most lyrical Drake or anything like that, but it was a single. So that worked, you know. Popstar worked. It did what it was supposed to do as a single. Song after that with Rick Ross, um, Big Sean, A Boogie, Diddy. I would say the only thing I like about the song is Diddy shit talking. Like that was the only thing I liked. Rick Ross, he has to be the king of giving you verses that are like just gonna be controversial. Like he referenced the death of Len Bias. Like who wants to hear that? He always has a questionable ass lyric, and he's a good rapper. And that's the thing. I'm like, yo, you're too good to give me these questionable ass lyrics. Like you're way too good to give me that. And he always gives us a questionable ass lyric, like put the Molly in her drink. She ain't know it, like that type of stuff. Like I don't know if that's a lyric, but y'all get what I'm saying. Like he always gives us a questionable ass lyric, and I'm just like not here for that. He's too good of a rapper to be doing that to us. The next song, "Sorry Not Sorry," Jay Z and Nas. Nas kind of gave us like it was, I ain't gonna say lazy because I feel like that's disrespectful, but not his best effort. His verse seemed like something that should have been on "Life Is Good" or um, King's Dead or Disease. I don't know why I said King's Dead. Like his verse sounded like it fit on one of those songs, but it wasn't his best verse. You know what I'm saying? Jay Z, of course, did his thing. Jay Z gave us a verse like, he's amazing. Jay Z's so fucking amazing. He's so good. Like it's insane how good he is still at this age. Like he's still good. Um, One of the best verses on this, probably the best verse on the album. Um, so that was a solid song. Nas' verse wasn't bad. It just wasn't great. It was just like meh. And for him, he don't need to be giving us meh. The song with Justin Timberlake, why? Why? Who asked for that? Nobody wanted that. Why? Why, Khaled? Why? We don't want that. You don't want that. Like, who heard that in the studio and was all like, yeah, this is gonna get them. This is what they want. Because whoever in your camp was like, this is a solid song. They not your friend. They your enemy. They want to see you fall. They want to see you fall. Like, they not rooting for you, bro. The next song again, wasted her, wasted her, her talent. I don't know why y'all keep doing this to my girl, but y'all wasted her talent. Bryson again disappointed the fuck out of me. Um, I don't know what like I don't know what it is, man. He disappointed me on this album. I expected more from him. Um, Maybe I had higher expectations for Bryson Tiller than I should have, but it was too disappointing as verses, chorus, or whatever he gave us. It was not good. Um, the Grease song, again, I mentioned that earlier. Now, why I don't think the song is good, because it sounds like a poor imitation of The Weeknd. Like it sounds like Drake made a reference track for The Weeknd, and that was supposed to be The Weeknd on there. Or it didn't seem like he didn't take it serious. It seemed like he was fucking around. It just wasn't. It didn't seem like a song he actually cared about. Wasn't terrible, but doesn't sound like a finished song. Sounds like a demo or some shit like that. So, the last song though, to me, was the best song on there. Um, the Where Did I Come, or Where I Came From or Come From. I think it's the best song on there. It's definitely a song I could bump again. It's a reggae type of song. I like the beat. I like whatever sample they use. I think the fit of those three artists on that song fit, you know, and that was one of the only things about the album that the shit didn't fit. So I'm gonna give my critique of the album. I gave my review of the songs. I'm gonna give my critique. Now they had Lil Baby on here a little bit too much. You know, they should have had him on one song. That's the thing, like with DJ Khaled, like he gets the biggest artists and he has them on multiple songs, but like you don't gotta do that, you know. Also, something I noticed, why does he keep remaking classic hip hop and R&B songs? You know, like with the samples, it's kind of like they're remaking early 2000 songs. And I'm like, why? Like you don't need to do that, you know? Especially if it's not good. Like if you do it good, like Wild Thoughts, I think actually Wild Thoughts, I wasn't a big fan of that either, but Wild Thoughts was a hit, so I can't complain. But like why he's not the only one that does it. But I don't know why they keep remaking these 2000 songs. Like where's the creativity, you know? They're sampling and they're just like not trying, you know. I think that he also had a weird mix of artists together. Ain't no world that Justin Bieber and 21 Savage should be on the same song. Ain't no world that Migos and her should be on the same song. That don't go together. They don't go together. That's just like that just don't go together. I was gonna say something crazy, but I ain't gonna say it. This shit don't go together. That's it. It don't go together. Also, I think he wasted the talent of the artists that he used on his album with the who he paired them up with. Like or some of the artist placement, some of the beats that he put the artist on, I don't think went well, you know. Like his recipe of putting the biggest artists on like the songs, put the biggest artists. Yeah, you can get hits. You can get a couple of hits because like some people are just gonna listen to the songs because they got big artists on it. But those don't have one of those songs don't have replayability. Like you're not playing those songs in 5, 10 years. And also it can be really bad misses. Like this album, those songs are bad misses. Like there's misses, and then those are just like terrible songs. They're not good songs. And like I don't know how like there's people who are gonna overlook it because like oh I like Meg The Stallion or I like The Baby or I like Lil Baby or whatever Post Malone, Justin Bieber. You're gonna get those fans who like them who are gonna come and listen to those songs. But like those songs don't have replayability. They're not good. Like the recipe of getting the biggest artist all at the time doesn't work. You know, he can get some smaller artists. Like I honestly would love for him to do something like that. Get somebody like Saba, get somebody like Mick Jenkins, get somebody like Justine Skye, Ari Lennox, um, Savannah Christina. I'm just naming people at this point. Baby Rose. I would have loved to see Baby Rose on here. You know, Jamila Woods. Like he needs to reach back and get some of these smaller artists. He needs to reach back and like change his formula because it's not working. These last 3 or 4 albums, was not a fan of them. I haven't been a fan of one of his albums in a long time because of this recipe of I'm gonna get who's hot right now. We're gonna have the biggest singles, which aren't really that good of a single, but these are big names and people are going to listen because they're big names. That's what his recipe is. And it's work. It gets you a huge single, might get you a number one album at the time. But like I can tell you as somebody who buys albums, I'm not buying that album. I'm not playing that album again. I might not, no song on that album will probably make a playlist besides the last song and the song with Jay-Z. And these songs have big artists on here. I would never put any of these songs on my playlist though because of that. You know, getting the biggest artists and putting them all together doesn't work all the time. Sometimes you can have an artist like he could like how he had Drake by himself on Popstar and Drake by himself on Grease. You can do that. More of that. Give us more of that. You don't always have to put the biggest artists on the songs. Also, his ad lib, while I'm at it, his ad lib, another one. Stop. Stop it. Find a new ad lib. I am tired of that. DJ Khaled, another one, another one, another one. Like what? We don't want another one. If you give me another album like this, I don't want it. Like no. Um, DJ Khaled just needs to like I don't know, man. He needs to make a album honestly with different artists. Don't overuse artists as well. Don't like use her, put her on like a trap ass song. like the placement of the song. You don't gotta be creative and just search. He's searching for the biggest hit. I get it. That's what he was doing with this album. He's searching for the biggest hit. But you ain't gotta do that. We don't need that, you know? So um I think that there's a lot that could be improved on this album. My favorite song on here is Sorry Not Sorry. I don't think it's the best song on here. I think Where I Come From is the best song on there. That's actually probably the song that's gonna get played. I'm gonna actually play. But I like Sorry Not Sorry because Jay-Z's verse. That's another B. That verse, him starting was so fire. So that's my favorite song on here. I think Where I'm From is the best song on here though. My rating of the album, I gave it a 4 out of 10. Needs a new formula. DJ Khaled needs a new formula. This album, when I saw the track listing, I don't know why I keep doing this because the last 2, 3 albums that he put out, I did the same thing. Like, ooh, this is about to be fire, great potential, like squandered. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had no high hopes for the Her and Migos song. Um, like when I saw that, I said this shit ain't gonna be good. But like the track listing, I had so much hope, so much potential, and it was squandered by placement and beat choices. Worst song on the album is the Justin Timberlake song, Ass, Ass. And it's just Justin Timberlake by himself. Not a good song. Um, the production on this album, I feel like he went with what was hot at the time. You know, all the beats on here sound like, oh, these are what the hot type beats. So let's use these type beats. So 7.5 is solid, but it could have been better. He could have like reached for something with like um other art, other beats, other producers. Like I honestly think he's not taking risks. He's just going with I'm trying to get the biggest songs. And to me that doesn't make a great album usually. But re-listenability, I'm not listening to this album again. I give that a 0. So this has been my review of Khaled Khaled. This has been Wrap It Up with Radio Raheem. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Share this with your friends. Tell your mama. Tell everybody. Also, every Saturday I have the Radio Raheem tape. It's on Apple Music, SoundCloud, Spotify, and Amazon Music. It's a music playlist. You know, it's a good vibe, good way to start your week. Every Monday, I have the Harris Show with my sister, Angie Ann. Give that a listen. And until next time, peace.